Hey everybody, and welcome to the Melanin Talk. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Melanin Pie. I feel like I
You messed it up.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Melanin Pie. I'm Jay Johnson.
My name is Jacqueline Moragne.
And I'm Gayden.
And this show is going to be geared toward talking about hot topics that are going on in our everyday lives. Political, whether it's entertainment, things that's going on where we're from. We're actually currently from Arkansas. So yeah, we're going to be talking about things that are going on in our outdoors, in our neighborhoods, in our community, as well as things that can help you in your everyday life as well.
This is also a platform for us to shine light on our Black-owned businesses here in Little Rock and also wherever you may be. You can easily just send that to us, and all the information will be at the end of this video.
And although we're called the Melanin Pot, please keep in mind we will be talking about all subjects. That includes people who are typically oppressed, or people who are lower class, or not making up the majority of who is controlling what's going on in our society.
Awesome. So let's get right into the topics. And our first topic for today is what?
So we're going to start off today just talking about the recent shootings in Baton Rouge of the police officers. We know 3 are dead and several others were injured. So we kind of want to just, what do y'all think about them? How do you feel?
I think it's going to keep getting worse. I think it's, you see that people are retaliating, people are doing things that they feel like they're not being heard. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely not condoning the shootings, but I think it's definitely because it's a cry for help. And I think that people feel like, y'all not gonna help us, you're not gonna support us, we're gonna make our own noise and we're gonna make our own things be heard. And it's sad it's gotten to that point, but I feel like it's gonna get worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. The most dangerous side of that for me, I am a family member who is of somebody walking the blue line. I actually have to think every single day, the closer and closer it gets to a large outbreak, which I hope never happens, is that I do have a brother that is a police officer, mm-hmm. that is serving right now, that is walking the blue line, that is trying to maintain justice. And the issue is that you have a lot of people afraid.
Oh yeah.
You have too much fear going on. It's a matter of coming to an understanding of what's supposed to happen in your community, because you don't hear about too many people complaining when North Little Rock Police Department shoots somebody, because that means you do something you absolutely had no business doing.
Okay, shout out to Officer Norm.
Officer Tommy Norm, that's actually where I was going with that. When you have somebody who got caught on Facebook 1 or 2 times and all of a sudden has become a phenomenon and a prime example of community policing.
Right.
Okay.
Anybody can be a community police officer, but the problem is you have to maintain your peace. That's one thing my brother says all the time when we talk about police brutality and issues. You can never break your own peace, and too many people are getting afraid and breaking the peace, and now they about to break some other stuff.
I mean, I just feel like there never was peace. I feel like, you still, you're being profiled. Is there really peace? Is there really peace going on?
Well, no, not peace like as in give peace a chance. I mean peace, your peace as an officer.
Right.
But if you and Jacqueline into it, it's a situation of domestic violence, mm-hmm. and the police all walk up like this, and all of a sudden the first thing he does is, "Sir, back up from the woman." Da, da, da. Jacqueline could have just whooped your behind, and you're breaking your peace now because you're not being an objective officer. With Alton Sterling, with Tamir Rice, mm-hmm. with those issues, you automatically assumed you broke your peace when you walked up to the situation. And now we have a child dead and we have a father dead. You cannot break your peace. And I advise the same thing to African Americans. We have to stop breaking our peace too.
And I think what's really sad about this though is that even with that breaking our peace thing, the Black Lives Matter movement is definitely being taunted in a negative light. Yeah. And I really don't appreciate the fact that it's okay for us to, police officers, they don't need to be, treated this way or looked at in this light. Every police officer in a blue uniform is not evil.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when we associate Black Lives Matter, it's, oh my God.
Those black people.
Oh yeah, they're black
police.
people. Yeah, they're so negative and they're, trying to kill everybody and killing police and there's a target on them, and that's not what it is. And I feel like it's one side. It's very one-sided with the conversation. Right. And I feel like the same people who are trying to protect the police should be the same people trying to protect Black people.
Exactly. And
I feel like that's just the one side of the topic.
And I think what's also important about that is people, when they say, okay, Black Lives Matter, this is because of them, they're the one promoting this. That goes just with knowledge and knowing what's going on. First of all, Black Lives Matter does not stand for that. Right. We do not meet up and say, okay, how many police officers do we want to shoot today?
Right. Definitely
let's do 3 of these. who's used to be in the military, who got a sniper, let's do this.
Right.
That's not
Make
what
sure
it's
you leave
about.
your ID after an explosion.
Exactly.
Right.
Black. That's not what black.
We didn't even think that's really.
Right.
We
don't even want to go there. The thing what people need to understand, and I see both sides. One of my followers on Facebook, love her to death. Her biggest thing is, well, the police officers just lost their life. We should be sympathetic to them and let them grieve. Blah blah blah.
How much sympathy though? I feel like even with Barack Obama, he's going to actually speak on behalf, of the incident. No offense, I love Barack, I really do, but I didn't see him out at any of these rallies or any of these things. Any of them.
Nobody else.
Shout out to August Alsina. He did a great job and a great deal at going up there in the community. A lot of other, celebrities went out and they went out their way to make sure that, people, their voice was heard in the march and the protest. And I know that he's the president, but I feel like if you can stand on the side of a blue uniform, you definitely can stand on the side of a skin color that you live with daily. So I feel like, he really didn't.
He did a huge injustice to us by doing it.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I can't 100% say he totally just went out of the way and that he is not being sensitive to what's going on with us, because he has spoken on behalf of us. I'm just being honest.
He's spoken on behalf, but he's actually going to be.
Right.
It's different for me to speak on your behalf, and it's another for me to be present for your situation.
Right.
And I feel like he's being present on behalf of the police officers, where he
but
just
at the same
spoken
time,
on behalf.
that's an issue to me of position and power versus present person. And when I say position of power, of course he's the president.
Right.
But he's our president. We want to say that really quick. But he's also our president, as in he has to be a president that says that, okay, under me in these different towns and these different cities in all of these states, there is a governor, there is a mayor. You see what I'm saying? And who's over them? Who's over?
And 9 times out of 10, those governor and mayors are not protecting those people in those
absolutely not.
cities. So
Absolutely
get them together.
And the thing is, and that's what I'm saying, he has that power. But when I say the present person, I can't honestly attack his present person, saying that he's not feeling like, oh, I'm a black man, but I have to step out and walk this line.
I think
inside this boundary.
No disrespect to you or your opinion, but I just think you giving him a crutch right now.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of other people out there that give him a crutch. I definitely understand what you're saying, and I get it.
Right.
But I think that the issue is if you can, be there present for the issues when it involves a police officer or somebody in the LGBTQ community, but you are not present when something that's constantly happening. I haven't seen you at any funeral. The last funeral that I saw him in, I believe, was the pastor McKinney.
Yes.
And from the
9 churches.
Yes, that's the last time I saw him anything. That was over a year ago.
Right.
We've had so many since then, and I haven't seen you anywhere.
Right. Well, that's actually a good segue to sleepiness. Not necessarily, sleep. No, but
Get woke.
But the question I have, especially for you two, because I know what it means to me, but for you two, let's talk about being, I like to say sleep. That means you deep gone. You are not in your present body. What is your definition of a sleep person as far as it goes to being of course we're talking about African American awareness people.
Right.
Are you aware of what's going on in your community? If you're not, we call you sleep, okay?
And beyond what's going on Facebook.
Right.
9 times out of 10, if you're just not looking at it on Facebook, it's old boo. And you late.
And you tardy.
This is the whole argument that comes in sleep versus woke, which we're gonna talk about that later. I hate the whole phrase "stay woke," people, whatever.
Okay. I like stay woke.
Whatever. But I think my definition of sleep would be people who ignore the facts, people who choose to be closed-minded and maybe not open-minded to other people's opinions. Because I'm very open. I have my opinion and I will stand firm with that. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to listen and understand somebody else's point of view and see where the understanding. A lot of times we want to attack instead of listening to understand where is this coming from.
Right.
So on my Facebook page, Jacqueline Moragne, I post stuff all the time and I have discussions all the time and I never attack. People know we don't attack on my statuses. You know what I'm saying? We don't attack. But we don't attack. We discuss.
Right.
So we have conversation. We're not on here arguing or any of that. So I think that's my definition of sleep. Getting back to the original question.
Yeah.
Somebody who, doesn't know the facts, not open, just completely over their head.
Oblivious.
Or those people, oh, well, it's not in my backyard, so I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
it
not
is.
okay.
Reality, it is.
Yeah.
I agree. Same way. And to add on to the sleepiness, people who try to be a part of the conversation but are not enlightened on the facts. They have so much to say. You have so much opinion on this situation and on black lives. Nothing. Stop trying to tell us how to be black. Oh, and you are not black. You are asleep on what it means to be black. Like, it's so crazy how people can.
Oh my
And
God.
how do you? And my thing is, I'm a military kid, guys. So I grew up military bases. I grew up in Germany.
My daddy went AWOL. No, I'm just.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. I was a military kid, so the idea of being black was totally different to me. When I lived in Germany, my best friend was Polish. I had another one that was Hispanic. So when I went downtown in Germany, I understood that there was a black German, and I understood that there was a black American. And I understood that black Germans, as a child of course, had blonde hair, green eyes, and were Jacqueline's color. Or my color, you know, with green eyes and gray hair. So being black, you can't put it in one place.
Right.
But at the same time, you want to tell us how we should be black, but you want to appropriate the black that we show you.
Right.
You can't say, oh, black men shouldn't sag their pants. Not saying that y'all should.
You should get some chinos, get a belt.
Get a belt. But you can't say black men can't sag their pants, but yet it's cool for you and your homeboys to sag. You can't say black people shouldn't say the N-word when we're going to try to let Eminem slide, and we're going to let Puerto Ricans slide, and we're going to let Mexican people slide.
We're gonna let everybody slide.
We're going to let folks slide, you know.
They definitely try to put blackness in a box.
In a
And then,
box.
you know, they go in that box and get our lips.
Get what you want. Because
get out
technically,
in.
the sad part is,
Get a
technically, we all black.
If we want,
I have yet to read a Bible where
Let
it
me tell you
says,
scripture. What it say? His hair was like what?
wool.
And skin like what?
Come on. But what I'm saying is, but even in the sense going away from, you know, we black Christians, so we talk about Jesus.
just so you know.
Just so you know.
Just a little bit.
We're little.
He gonna be in every broadcast. Just,
Just
you know.
let you know.
Just so you know.
Thank him right now. For who he is. But this is the thing. Even stepping away from, we're talking about Christ as the person. Pre-Christ, before Christ, there was a Tower of Babel. Okay, the Tower of Babel was built so that everybody, because they spoke the same language, could be in one area.
Yeah.
God tore down the Tower of Babel and spread it out. But I'm sorry, y'all call it plate tectonics. However,
They'll dress it up. They'll dress it up.
come on,
Make it plain.
Well,
Come
we
on.
can talk about that.
Let's-
People that want to take the history.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, not even taking the history. You want to call a crack house a cocaine apartment.
Oh, let's talk about
Black Twitter.
Black Twitter.
Twitter.
Shout out to Black Twitter. Right now, shout out.
I mean, we can't keep putting blankets on stuff. And I Black Twitter, thank you. Because the story behind it is, I don't know how much some of you out there might have missed it, because some of you sleepy folks still scroll past those pictures. But Black Twitter came out talking about this case where a young lady, she had just got her medical degree, and she was found dead in a cocaine apartment.
Crack house.
Crack house.
Crack house. But they didn't want to call it a crack house. They
It
wanted
was
to
a
call
white lady.
that was educated. She was a doctor, so she lived in a.
And she was on crack.
And she, let me tell you something, booger sugar, okay, throat heat, okay, whatever you want to call it, it's still crack.
Crack.
It was born in the
Crack.
80s.
Let's
crack
all say it
babies.
together, everybody.
One
Crack.
crack,
Crack.
rack.
And that's what's wrong with the media. They love dressing up a white situation. They like, you know, a white situation if it's making them look bad. You know, or they don't release the details yet. We're not gonna release it yet. But as soon as Bobo do something, what's your name?
Oh.
His picture,
Not
his mom
Jermaine.
is dead.
Everybody.
There's a dread where he went to church. His pastor gonna be interviewed.
As soon as Alex
everybody.
Sterling gets shot, all of a sudden his criminal records come up.
As if that mattered in the heat of the fire. It did.
I'm sorry, you know, and it's so funny to me because I really do feel like had there been any other race of white man, I do not feel like I can honestly say truly that it would have been told he was bootlegging CDs. I mean, let's look at Hurricane Katrina. Y'all remember the images? You had white people scourging, foraging, They were researching.
Come on, story.
They were digging.
Let's
for
go
food.
with the story.
They were scrounging. They were starving. Okay?
Educate.
African Americans were looting. They pirates now.
All y'all was stealing.
That's what we.
Everybody.
If you didn't go to
like,
I don't care if the cash register.
get that TV.
Right. I don't care if the cash register was underwater or not. You didn't put no money in. Therefore, you were stealing too.
Everybody.
But the thing is, it's like, do black people, do Latinos, do Asians have the right to live, to survive? We can't be called survivors. And that's the problem. They're afraid of us being survivors. I'll give you a hint. For 400 years in this country,
Let them know.
everybody but white people had to do what? Survive. Civil War hit, oh my God. There's no more survival off of other people's backs. Therefore, you have to give African Americans and people of other races the opportunity to survive. And once they survive, which we have, let's be real.
It's still hard, even
It's
with white
hard.
privilege going on.
But we survived, and now give them the opportunity to thrive as well. That's all we're asking for. Black Twitter, Becky with the bad grades. That's an issue of two things we talked about, being sleep.
Can we pause really quick? Can you clarify what Black Twitter is?
Oh, I'm
Just for
sorry.
people who do not
I'm
know.
sorry. Black Twitter is the Rosa Parks section of social media. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And back.
That is not true.
Right.
That is not true.
Okay, no, but Black Twitter, watch this pun, y'all. It's actually the busload of African Americans.
Get on the bus.
Come on. No, but it's actually a group of us, not a specific us,
Yeah.
but at any given time, usually during award shows,
Okay.
major issues, Barack Obama speaking, telling Donald Trump to shut up, different stuff like that. It's typically a time when you see a lot of the African American social media
Unified
lights
on-
unify one time and have a discussion. We don't always agree.
Right.
Turn on. So on a serious note, in that sense, as we're talking about what Black Twitter is, be mindful of your media. Facebook is not the news. MSNBC, I know.
Pause.
The word,
Say that again.
Facebook is
It's
not the news. And honestly, your local news, Fox, is cool. Your local NBC is cool. But keep in mind, MSNBC and Fox News are directly geared to give the news in a point of view that is skewed.
Yeah.
But you have to be real careful when you're watching the news, though, because I mean, even when you're looking at these clips or you just watching it live, they love portraying African Americans as thugs, and he was unfortunate, and that's why he came from this rough life, and it's always a half story. It's always a half story, and I love
with
what
the
they
rollers. We get the roller lady that's telling us, yeah, I was out here in the water.
They never gonna pick the woman with a nice dress with a nice pencil skirt on, or the dude with the suit on that's tailor-made. They never gonna ask
They
him
gonna
what he
pick
think.
say what?
I will say, the media did a great job. I would say after the shooting in Dallas, the African American man, can I think his name right now, the preacher, the man, yes, the gray and whatever. He definitely was a great representation of African American men and just African Americans everywhere. Yeah, he was, and a Christian man. So I really, shout out to you. He definitely was a great representation.
While we're talking about racism, understand, of course, minorities cannot be racist.
Say that again.
Minorities cannot be racist because we don't have the power. We don't have the power to be the ist. The ism of racist and racism is the idea that you are casting out strategically, systematically, an opportunity to oppress people. We don't have enough money to be ism.
Not in the place.
Sometimes, being just out of college and with Sally Mae already, she don't even call no more. She not gonna know because ain't nobody gonna answer.
And I'm not gonna
Sally would not.
But we're not ignorant to the fact that people can be prejudiced.
Right.
They have their biases. We're not saying that's not possible.
Yeah,
Because there's plenty of everybody has
a little prejudice.
Everybody has that. DL, he's definitely been making a lot of noise.
Beyonce.
Because let me tell you something. Beyonce has been more silent than the lambs.
No, I disagree, but we gonna go in DM.
She got information, but she didn't get nobody else so further.
We gonna talk about that because I have a disagreement on
okay,
that.
well, let me sip my lemonade on this.
Yeah, you sip it. I bet you finished the whole
So, back to doing some real work. DL, yeah. You know, he speaks about the issues all the time on his television shows. He does interviews. We also want to shout out to Roland Martin. That's also my boy.
Roland.
He's always, you know,
Him and Cass Scott.
He's always advocating. He just recently was on Wendy Williams' show, getting her together because she obviously forgot she was black.
You said getting her together.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams. She forgot she was black and she acted like she didn't know.
She did.
Yeah,
She did. Shade. We're not dealing with the shade today. She acted like she didn't know what HBCUs were first.
Now, I was, you know, for somebody who has to talk. Now, of course, you know, y'all, we are starting from scratch. We doing this out, you know. We started at humble beginnings. This is somebody who has been doing television for a while, who has
that was radio
talking points to where they have, you know, they look at it and make sure it's right, factual, you know. They just allowed her to go in there and just say what I would have fired everybody. I would fire everybody. You made me.
You would have fired the dog, the lamb,
everybody would have had to go. You made me go on national television. And although I wanted to speak, first of all, you're black, so we assume, you know, stop, you know, we don't know.
The same about us.
We assume, right, that you know a little bit about, you know, your own culture. But apparently she did not. And she got on there and just spoke very ignorant. So
my boy Roland came in to the rescue.
he did, and boy, that was something.
And got her together, all the way together, and so much together she invited him on the show.
And did everybody watch this?
So yes.
Yeah.
So she even invited him on the show. He went on there again to explain what was going on and basically to kind of ease over everything. So that's another person that's out there doing big things. Marco Hill, shout out to him. He has another show coming out, I think on VH1. It's gonna be a late night show, so definitely expecting great things from that. So now let's talk about everybody's favorite, Beyonce. Listen, I'm gonna be the first to go ahead and say I'm definitely not a Beyonce fan on any level, really. I respect what she does. She works hard and what she does, but as far as it goes for the black agenda, you know, she doesn't really push it that much to me, which I understand is not her job. You know, I'm not looking to her to save us or anything.
Which is a problem with some people out there.
Yeah,
y'all are looking.
Yes.
Let's just segue right there. Let's pull over right there before we, you know, drive.
You can't have Captain Saver races.
Even then, like you got people who are, you know, I see too many of y'all. This celebrity didn't say nothing. This celebrity didn't say nothing. What are you doing in your own community where you're from? Because a lot of y'all not doing nothing but making Facebook posts. And you know, it starts in educating our youth. It starts in getting political. You got to change legislation. Are you helping your own community? And I think a lot of people have a lot to say about what celebrities are doing, when in reality, you don't know what they're doing because you're not there. A lot of these people are actually in the streets making donations. There's a lot of stuff like when Beyonce was doing this whole lemonade thing. A lot of people didn't know she was doing stuff with Michael Brown and, you know, their parents and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff, and I'm not, you know, I'm not part of the Beehive. I love Beyonce, but I'm not one of those die hard because some of y'all just do too much. And you know, stay at the comment section. But
please do
because we will come in back. I just feel like she's one of those celebrities though. She is a very she's beyond. I feel like she's beyond A-list. You know what I'm saying? She's really a mainstream celebrity. She has been for a lot of years. Now, I look at when you have that much pull, when you have that much revenue, you do have to be real careful in keeping your revenue. So, I'm not knocking of you not having and making your coins. However, I feel like she did get a point into her career to where she fired everybody. And as you see, now she's very vocal about her standpoint. And me, I feel like she had a team that would not allow her to do that. So I feel like in order for her to, you know, be mobile and, you know, feel free about, you know, her being black and this whole album and her whole movement that she's done, I feel like she had to fire her team first. And I feel like that's why, you know, they had her thumb on it. That's what I feel.
If you're interested in being a sponsor or donating to the Melanin Pot, you can always email us. The email address will be in the description at the bottom. Also, if you are a black-owned business, please let us know. Yes. Because on the next episode and every episode after that, we're going to start spotlighting some of you all and featuring some of you. So please, 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 don't ever say nobody's trying to support and help you. We're begging you.
Begging.
Please reach out to us and let us know that you are out there.
She said your knees get dirty.
In the services that you have. So please do that.
Yes, and we thank you guys for being a part of our first episode. Hopefully that when you watch this show, you can take away something that you didn't know at the beginning. You're empowered, you're enlightened, and that you're motivated to get involved in your everyday life.
Remember, guys, this is the Melanin Pot, not just for one race of people. We're talking about everybody. Melanin is the color of your skin, the tones in your skin, and that America is made up of one big melting pot, and we just want to talk about those of us that typically have a more olive to darker color.
If you want to hear us talk about anything, be sure to let us know about that. Tell us topics that you want to hear, things you like, that you didn't like. Always be respectful because we will come for you.
Come for you.
But please tell us what you like and what you didn't like. We're all new to this. We're just trying to make a change.
Until next time, stay in peace.
Not pieces.
Hey man, life ain't like this for you, man. I swear to God, man. You know, you should pray more. Yeah. Bankrolls on bankroll, man. You did. Aaliyah, we miss you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I swear.